Alright, so this is something that I really wanted to come back to because I feel like my last video did not do enough justice. I found this post. So it says Mexicans are indigenous American people. They are mostly Indian. I find it funny they're using Indian because that's not what they want to be called, you know? It's kind of like the meme that says like, like leftists are they tend to be more racist when they're trying not to be. Native Americans are not native to America. Most people know this, that they came from, I believe they crossed over Alaska like thousands of years ago. So really, America isn't owed to anybody. If we're being honest, really, American pilgrims, they came over and they took the land. They bought a lot of the land. A lot of the land that America is currently on was bought, keep in mind. Or Native Americans agreed to give it to them. Some of it was fought over, like the Mexican land, but otherwise it's kind of silly to say that. So it's just blatant racism and culture war BS to distract us from the accelerating wealth gap. So I honestly, you can't even like fight that because it's such like it's so out there that like you can't even you just have to kind of laugh at it. And the Epstein files. I actually agree. I think the Epstein files should be absolutely like all released. I think really the government shouldn't be hiding anything from us, but I feel like it's funny that they mostly focus on this more than anything. They're losing the plot. So, and yeah, this guy here says he literally brought up my exact same point. We made the land better. We built America. We can't just say, "Oh, Native Americans are indigenous." They did not make America. We made America. So this person says, as a resident of Texas, it always amazes me that when some dumb redneck gets pissed and tells Mexicans to go home or automatically assumes A. Garcia is illegal, they were here way before any white folks. So, once again, this is a really dumb, stupid argument because they were not quote unquote here. I can guarantee you that they were not in Texas. Like their ancestors were probably not in Texas because a lot of modern Latinos in America did not come from the land that was in the Mexican-American War. So, especially because most Mexicans are not even fully native. They are usually mixed between, Spanish and native. So, I don't understand this argument that they're claiming we're here before me. So, yeah, no way. Okay, this is a silly argument, but the borders of America are not imaginary lines. They are mostly the culmination of wars, coasts, and agreements. So yeah, obviously you have the Canadian border that was mostly shaped by agreements and war. The War of 1812 and agreements between the British and the Americans to form a border. And obviously you have the East and the West Coast and the southern border. Obviously the southern border was from the Mexican-American War, where they not only did we buy the land, but we we fought for it too. So, most people think that we just stole the Mexican land, but no, we did pay them partially for it after the war. So, there you go. So here we go. Not a good look for the administration. So, actually remember this. This is a Presbyterian pastor. If you don't know what a Presbyterian is, I highly suggest you look it up. It's a very unique sect of Christianity. So they're very, 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 very progressive. They disagree with a lot of teachings of the Bible, or try to twist them in their own way. So this person says they don't care about children, they don't care about the sanctity of marriage, they clearly don't care about Christianity. It's like whack-a-mole with these people. They're running out of more excuses. So I find it funny that they try to draw them. They try to draw the moral card. Oh, you're immoral because you want your country to have documented people. I think it's very normal to want more than half your citizenry to be documented, to have citizenship, or some kind of reason to be there, like a visa. I don't think that's very out there. And bringing up the sanctity of marriage and Christianity is just kind of like, what? They don't actually listen to you when you tell them how you are. They instead just assume. And this person says that is an incredible. It is a good photo, but They say that for basically every single photo on this in the subreddit. Like there are so many photos of literally just anybody getting arrested. Like, this is so powerful. Like, of course you're gonna find it powerful because you think your quote unquote heroes getting arrested are powerful. So at least this lessens my disdain for the Christians somewhat. So I sort of like this is a very good summary of like why are you attacking us for just like wanting to have a moral value in our country, especially because this country was founded on Christian values. Like, like why are you mad at us? And I find it funny that he the only sect that can lower his disdain is the one that is extremely progressive. I feel hurt. Like you hate me for wanting to have morality. Okay, the Pope should saying fucking mass right there, fucking there. Okay, this was definitely made by like a 10-year-old or something, just using like a bunch of wow, okay. So these people clearly don't know the difference between a Presbyterian pastor and a Catholic. Obviously, the Pope is the head of the Catholic Church. Presbyterians are Protestants, so they do not believe in the Pope. So I don't know why they're bringing up the Pope. And these people don't really know anything about Christianity. And that's like sort of the theme, is that they try to bring it up as like some kind of moral argument, but they know that deep down it's not going to work on them, but it will work on you. Except it doesn't, because they don't know anything. Oh wow. Wow. So this one's funny. Ignore duty to render aid and call for medical attention after taser use. So first off, there's literally no proof, like I can go through this video, that it's literally just a looped like 11-second video. There's literally no proof that like they didn't call to render aid. So this is very normal in law enforcement. You are not allowed to take out the taser prongs in any case. So yeah, here we go. There's guidelines. It really depends by department, but at least the ones near me, I absolutely know that you are not allowed to take out taser prongs once they're used. Mainly because not only can it possibly injure the suspect more, and it will cause a lawsuit probably, if the police officer does it wrong. Because obviously police officers are they're first aid trained, but they are not trained to, you know, usually take things out like projectiles. So in this case, it's border patrol, federal law enforcement. So I highly doubt they are trained to take out taser prongs. So it's probably the case here. He's probably not allowed, or he's either not confident in his ability to do so. So from what it seems, he's really only on the ground because he was either resisting, and I mean, I can assume he's resisting because he has his taser out. And obviously, they don't show the entire video. They have this cropped like video of just like 15 seconds. There's nothing, we don't know what happened before this, so you really can't say anything. You can't, like, you don't know the full picture. Like, I can't even say anything. It's just, you gotta laugh, you know, because like, where do you get this from? Let's see, he says that looked very... This person says, wait till the next administration reviews this administration. It's going to be a horror show of lawsuits and criminal prosecution against these officers. But I don't think the president ever said, or really any president ever said, you know, you must, you know, push somebody into a car, high school dropout. So, okay. So the minimum educational requirement to become a U.S. Border Patrol agent is a high school diploma equivalent. Yeah, so this is just... Oh, okay, there's no comments on this one. It's recent. I'll let that sit for a second. I'll come back. Yes, these people are like, wow. Like, just like, imagine being so unemployed that that literally all you do all day is you follow police officers, federal agents. Like, like I cannot imagine being that unemployed. Just like get a job, you know? So it says ICE agents beat up a 16-year-old U.S. citizen while using racial slurs. So first off, there's no proof that this person is a U.S. citizen, or what happened before this. This is what they do a lot. Is they'll trim the video, and if say the person was resisting at first, he could have punched somebody for all we know, and now he's getting arrested. Who knows? And he says while using racial slurs. There's not a single racial slur in here. You can see. There's no racial, like, they just make stuff up, and they run with it, you know. Dear white people, it takes a lot of white privilege balls to stand on this stolen land in the occupied continent and complain about immigration. So, once again, back to my point that I made at first, this land was not stolen. We literally conquered it. It's like thousands of people died just for these people. Their ancestors died on this land, fighting for it. Everything around is built on the backs of others that don't belong based on skin color and culture. Once again, America was mostly made by the people that came over from Europe. You could argue, you know, some Chinese people built the railroads. That was like 100 years later. But the country itself was mostly built by British, Irish, German, maybe some French. So this argument that Mexicans were in New York building New York City is silly. Takes a lot of balls to live in states and cities with Spanish names. So, Spanish. Spain is European. Like, just because a city name is Spanish, a European language, does not mean that somebody from Ecuador can just break in and live there. It's like the argument that because I am British, I have the right to go fly over to the UK and live in a British city or town. That's not how it works. I'd have to get legal citizenship. Yeah, I think I've seen this person post a lot. Like, they are on this subreddit a lot. Yeah, I think this is literally all they post about.